Hey guys, okay, so today I'm going to be going over some of Nikkia Joy's, she's another YouTuber, I'm going to be going over some of her Chromashift loose pigments that she just released like a couple of weeks ago, a week or two ago. And I was really excited when I saw them because they're really like vibrant, beautiful, metallics. And they're just packed with color, so I really wanted to put those on my eyes. As you can see, I definitely went to town. So if you're into that kind of thing, keep watching and don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm going to keep this intro short so we can just jump into the tutorial and look at everything. So I am going to do my eyes and then I'm just going to kind of fast forward through the rest of the base so you guys can just get to swatches and my review and thoughts on the products. But just as a little preview, here are what these guys look like. I mean, look at these like shifts. I mean, it's pretty gnarly, like in a good way. As you can see, I went for a pretty, I don't know, futuristic, kind of alien like space look. I feel like I could be cast on Star Trek as like a robot lady or like an alien lady. That's not exactly what I set out to do, but I mean, honestly, the names are Celestial, Mythic, and Cosmic, so I guess I was destined to create a look like this. And as you can see, I have a pretty cool, colorful green lip from FENTY, which is called Midnight Wasabi. So yeah, I guess it was just my face was itching for an alien babe look. So if you're interested in that, stick around, and thanks so much for coming to hang out with me. I think you guys will enjoy this, and I hope you do. And yeah, stick around, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I look forward to hanging out with you, and I hope you enjoy this. Alrighty, so to start, I am going to blend on some kind of crease color that I think will help be a transition color for what I'm about to do, because these colors are pretty intense, and I think that we're gonna need something to blend. So I'm gonna take the Jackie Aina palette and I'm gonna take some of the color. Let's see, what color do I want? I think I'm gonna take Pinker on just the brush that comes with the palette. And I'm gonna start blending this into the crease here. This is how I often start a lot of eye looks, starting in my crease just like this and blending up into the brow bone. And yeah, that's a good start, but I'm gonna keep adding a little bit more until we get a little bit more pigmentation built, because the eye look we are about to do is not for the faint of heart. I mean, these duochromes are intense. Girl, I am not trying to get wrecked. I want to look good. That's typically kind of a basic shape that I will follow for my hooded eye because, I mean, like I said, that brow bone is intense. Oh my gosh, I have so much like pigment on me already from all of this stuff. And I think I'm going to take some purple in the color Big Wig. Same side of the brush, and just tap that off. And I am going to blend it a little bit more into the crease because Mythic is like red and purple and blue, so I think that like some purple should help kind of transition that, and I think this will help give us some of that like transition that we need instead of just like duochrome into nothing. So I'm just bringing that up, and it looks kind of intense right now, but I think I'm hoping girl, I don't know, we'll see. And then I'm gonna take, yeah, I'm actually gonna take a little more Big Wig and just keep bringing that in. That's looking aight for now. And I'm gonna take a little bit on the other side of the brush, like here. Also, all these lines are gonna be cleaned up when I do my face, you know. I'm gonna take Big Wig on this other side of the brush, tap it off, and then I'm gonna do the under part of my eye as well. All right, so I have connected those pieces and just gonna blend a little bit so it looks nice and connected. Wow, that is okay, that is intense, but we're going big and we're staying home, actually. It's more appropriate to say. I'm gonna dip a brush into this liquid here. I was experimenting earlier and I put way too much liquid and it was a whole mess. So now I'm just taking a little bit into that liquid and I'm going to dip then into the powder so that we get not too much. All right, check out this brush. I don't know if you can see the colors though. I think you can see it. The shift is pretty sweet. Now let's hope this works, my friends, my dudes. Alrighty. All right, that is interesting. Now I'm gonna, while it's still wet, I am gonna take a little bit of the loose powder and blend up. Let's see how this goes. Okay, great. So it's drying and it's getting a little tacky, which is what I want. And then while it's still tacky, I want to take some of that loose powder. I mean, look at that, that's awesome. And I want to just pack it on doubly. And blend a little bit up. Now, I personally like applying intense pigment colors with my fingers. I do have nails, so you'll notice that it kind of gets on the inside there, but I'm gonna clean that up in a little while. So far, like, it's actually looking pretty cool. And obviously, there are some messy lines, but this stuff is, the nature of it is a little bit messy. So that's just something to kind of embrace. Again, I like to blend up a little bit more on my brow bone because of my hooded eye shape. It's looking pretty good, I think. Let us move on to the next eye, my friends. I am going to take, once again, for this next eye, it is kind of like a purpley green shift, celestial. And I am going to, again, take up some of the Jackie Aina palette. You know, I think I'm gonna take a similar approach with like kind of like a purpley transition, just because this other one has purple in it, but I think I'm gonna go with, you know, I think I am gonna start with pinker again, just to kind of blend a little bit more. I'm gonna take a little bit of Shookington this time, because it's kind of like a metallic-y, shimmery purple. Just blend a little bit more. And I'm going to take some of Shookington on the other side of the brush, and I'm going to put that on the bottom of my eye and connect, just like that. Once again, I am going to take some of this mixing liquid, but just a little bit on the brush. I'm actually just going to dip it. And I dipped it into the powder, and I'm just kind of mixing that on my little palette. And this definitely performs better when you have not a ton of liquid. Like, all right, now that we got this, I'm gonna just start packing it on here. It's very green, as you can probably tell for yourself. I think it could be interesting to try something like a wing. I think I'm just gonna wing it out a little bit. I'm gonna intensify that little tiny wing that I made. And while it's still tacky, I am going to place it on my eye. I am going to take a little bit more of this loose powder and just pack it on some of the areas that where I want to intensify it, like on that little faux wing. Okay, so I thought that both of these eye looks would be pretty cool with some like interesting eyeliners, since they're kind of, you know, funky. So this one is Urban Decay's Electric Empire. Sorry, my camera stopped recording. So I am going to take Electric Empire, and I am going to take that on the waterline of this eye here, because I think it would look cool because we have like a very funky green looking eye going on. And you'll see like fallout on my face and stuff right now, but that's fine. It's just the way it is right now because everything is a little bit messy because of loose powder. I am going to take another eyeliner in a cool color. I haven't used this one, but I've been wanting to use it. It's Chaos. It's Chaos by Urban Decay. And it's this kind of like blue cobalt eyeliner. So there we go. All right, we've got both waterlines colored. I think next I should probably clean things up. I'm just gonna clean up some edges and then I'll come back with like mascara and my face done. So I'll see you guys shortly. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I know it's pretty funky, it's pretty out there. This is probably one of the most out there looks that I've ever done, let alone done on my channel, but I think it's really fun and I personally am a fan. So I brought up the wing on this with Electric Empire, that Urban Decay eyeliner. Hopefully bringing down the light gives you guys a better idea of what these duochrome shifts look like. Let me try closing my eyes. All right, quick rundown of the products that I am wearing. I am wearing the Rare Beauty foundation. I think it is a little too pale for me. I feel like I look too pale. So I think I need to return that. Let's see. I am wearing the Fenty Mademoiselle lipstick in Midnight Wasabi. I feel like this is a very futuristic, like kind of almost like alien babe look, you know? Like I just feel everything that's going on. It's like two different eyes, one with a wing, one that's just blended up into the brow bone. I'm wearing the new Fenty Diamond Bomb in Royal Icing also, which is super pretty. It's a very sparkly highlight if you're into that kind of thing. Let me bring down the light again for you guys. But yeah, just, you know. Okay, so these are the Chromashift Pigments and they are $16 each. And yeah, that's what you get, guys. Let me know which eye you like better. This is Mystic here, and then this is Celestial. Celestial definitely pulls more green than it does like any of the other colors in that multi-chrome. It has some purple, and I would say green and purple are the dominant colors, but in terms of ease of use, I would say beware of the packaging, just because it's not a screw top. You know, it just pops off, and with that kind of thing, and with like, you know, the pressure and all of that, you can, it tends to pull out some of the powder. And I had a little bit of problem with that, so just be careful. And obviously once you do take off the sifter, it becomes a lot more easy to spill stuff. So just beware. And then in terms of mixing it with like a, you know, a mixing medium, I used the Maron makeup liquid, mixing liquid. And that worked just fine. I would just say err on the side of very little liquid, just like maybe dip your brush into it and then dip into the powder or something, because it's very easy to over dilute the powder, and then just it gets messy and it doesn't really work. And I would also say with these colors, the way to go was really building a transition color into the crease and, you know, going from there, because I kind of played around with just using those colors and I didn't like it as much. So I ended up going back and coming in with transition colors that I felt like blended into my skin better. So that's just a tip. Finally, I also played with like applying them just as a loose powder, and that was pretty good with my finger, but it is messier. I'll probably try that more in the future instead of like just, you know, turning it into a liquid. Again, I did turn it into a liquid eyeshadow and then put it on my lid. And then I also packed on loose powder on top just because I wanted maximum like pigment payoff. But I think that even if you just pack it on with your finger, that should be fine. When I have a feeling that with a brush, you're not going to get as much payoff, because when I took just some loose powder and rubbed it onto my hand, it diluted, and I think that'll have a similar effect with a brush. But these things were, you know, these pigments were pretty easy to work with. I think that they're just, you know, some things to keep an eye on. And if you're not as used to working with makeup, I think this might be a little bit more challenging, particularly if you don't have experience with loose pigments. But I'm a fan, and I would use this for like a bold look, you know, and just play around with them. I don't see myself using these every day by any means, but I think that they're super fun. And like, especially for like, oh my gosh, if you were gonna do like a cool like Halloween look, I think something like this paired with like a funky lip like I've done today, it would like, I think you'd get a lot of compliments. Yeah. So you can see the shift right there. That's awesome. Sweet. So yeah, so that's Celestial. This one here is Mystic. Mystic is such an interesting color. It has so many different shifts that it's kind of wild. Like on my eyes, I feel like it looks mostly blue and red, but when I swatch it on my hand, there's even some like gold and green in there. But see, there's that blue and some red. And then let me show you on my finger. Do you see all of those colors in there? Like, what? Anyways, super cool if you're into duochromes and stuff like that. You know, if you like playing with that, I think you'll have fun playing with these. And then let me get the last color. So at the top here, we have Cosmic. And you can see the shift there. Top is Cosmic, Mystic is in the middle, and Celestial is at the bottom. So again, these colors are really interesting, but I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but this is how they come with a little sifter on top. But you have to kind of pry it off, and I would recommend do a twisting motion, because then it comes off pretty easily. You know, it comes off nicely. The first time I had to pry it out, though, it was very snugly attached, so it's gotten a lot easier to take them on and off as I've been playing with them today. But this one, as you can see, is a little, I think you can probably see, it's a little messy because I was trying to be careful, but it was so snugly on there the first time, which is to prevent, you know, things just falling out and the top falling off. But I popped it and stuff went flying all over me and my hand. So just be careful. It's one of those things that is kind of comes with the territory. Once you've done it the first time, I've found that it gets a lot easier. But if you do kind of a twisting motion off, it gets I've found that it works easier. The packaging is cute. The box is cute. It's tiny. You know, these things are pretty small. They have cute little NJC logos on the inside there. NJC logo here. But overall, I'm pleased with this. I think it's super fun, and I love kind of doing artsy looks. I love like Pat McGrath's like duochromes and multi-chromes and stuff. So I was super excited to try these when Nikkia announced them. But yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I mean, like, these colors are pretty fun. You can obviously see that I gravitated towards some similar multi-chromes in this collection. I'll be interested in trying some more of her duochromes. There was another one I really wanted to buy, but it was out of stock. So anyways, thank you guys again for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you liked the video. Let me know if you want to see anything in the future. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy and having a good holiday season so far. I cannot believe that Christmas is almost here and then New Year's shortly thereafter, but thank you guys so much for your support, and I appreciate you all. Thanks, and I'll see you guys later.